If you need any grinding done in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM, make sure you hit up Rose NBA. Link is in the description. Great service, fast, reliable, cheap. Hit them up. They won't let you down. Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing top 10 of the best budget cards in NBA 2K26 MyTEAM right now. Now, I will say, what I am considering budget is 50,000 MT. Every card on this list, as of right now, having just made this list, is under 50,000 MT on Xbox. I will say some of these cards likely won't be after this video. That's how that works, especially with the supply on a lot of these guys being pretty low. I wasn't even 100% sure on whether or not I should make this video because a lot of these guys are guys whose prices are going to fluctuate a bit because of Wild Gems cards, and there just aren't very many budget cards that are in Friday packs, considering even like an Obi Toppin, for example. Awesome card. He was a budget card a couple weeks ago, but he's like 90K now. I can't put him on the list, you know what I mean? So it's tough to rank this, but I did the best I could, and I think this is a pretty good video. Hopefully we'll help y'all out in some cheaper names to target to fill holes on your squad. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, number 10 is going to be Channing Frye, who is one of the Friday cards on this list. He is, well, really not very good defensively and 67 speed, but he's got an okay interior rating. Not really a finisher, but he's a great shooter. Jumper is but 67 speed, 93 ball, 84 interior, 80 block. Look, I don't adore this card, but he is a good stretch big, and he's 7 foot with 84 interior. Like, at least he's somewhat competitive on the inside with his size and interior defense. So to me, while I don't think Channing Frye is this elite must-have big or anything, I do think he's a decent card, and I think he's worth including on this list. I have no problems with him, but number 10 was as high as I could go for Channing Frye. Moving on to the number 9 spot on the list, we got Trevor Ariza, who is a Wild Gems card. This card's not bad. I wouldn't say he's insane. 2K didn't like uber soup him, but he is pretty good. He's 67 interior, which is kind of annoying. Doesn't have ridiculous badges, but 87 speed, 86 3 ball, 90 driving dunk, and a legitimately good jump shot. If he could play shooting guard, he'd be several spots higher on this list at a very minimum, but as a small forward, doesn't have quite the size advantage. 67 interior is not ideal. Badges aren't unbelievably complete, but I do think he's a very solid card. I think he's well-rounded. I think he's good defensively. I think his jumper's solid. He's got no movement at all and doesn't have an elite fade either. Like, this card, I don't think is a spectacular small forward, but I definitely think he's a good one. And so I would put him at the number 9 spot. And I feel like it's a pretty good card for the number 9 spot, to be totally honest, but this list already does start get pretty solid. I feel like there are actually a lot of these good budget Wild Gem amethysts and different cards like that sprinkled throughout. I think a lot of names that people kind of overlook. Can I please get to my list? I don't know what my computer is on, y'all. Thank you. Goodness gracious, took forever. All right, moving on to the number 8 spot, we got Derek Harper. This Derek Harper card is, I would actually say, very, very solid at PG as well. He's what, 6'4", so he's got good size, 6'7" wingspan. This card's another one who's overlooked. 90 speed, 89 3 ball, 93 perimeter, 93 steal, half challenger and glove, gold, immovable interceptor, awful pest, normal medicine, pick dodger, decent interior, decent slasher. Jumper is not amazing. If he had a better jumper and better SIGs, I would have him higher on this list as well, but I don't think either of these things are that great. He's mostly just a cone, but he's a cone who's a good defensive point guard at 6'4", who's cheap. So he's a useful cone, and he does certainly play a role, if nothing else, on people's teams. Definitely a guy I would not be opposed to using at the point guard position. I know he's only, I mean, 6'4" is not bad in terms of size, and he's a very, very good defender. He can dunk the ball when he's open, and he can shoot the ball when he's open. His jumper isn't bad. I just wouldn't say it's great. That's all I think about Derek Harper. Now, moving on to the number 7 spot, if my computer ever decides to load, which it's not going to, so we'll be back. Of course, as I say that, I don't know what's going on, bro. I might need to get a new PC, legitimately. It's been struggling with these rankings videos these last few days. But Nene, 78 speed, 73 ball, 6'11", 7'4" wingspan. Not a perfect card. Similar to Channing Frye, he's not spectacularly defensively, but he's 11 speed faster than Channing Frye. He's a much better finisher than Channing Frye is, and he is overall a little more well-rounded and better defensively, especially in terms of those badges. Now, my criticism of this card is that his 3 ball is a lot lower than Channing Frye, but his jumper is actually pretty good, like legitimately a good shot. So while he is not a perfect overall card, he's certainly not the best defender in the world. He is competitive enough defensively. He's fast for a big. He still has good size, and he is a competent shooter with a good jump shot as well. To me, that's the mix of a card that you want to use the center position, especially for an affordable price point. I think he's super solid, and honestly, you could argue him a little higher even, because I actually do like his shot. If you can green consistently with him, he's a stud. Shane Battier is going to be my number 6, 6'8" with a 6'10" wingspan at shooting guard, 89 agility, 89 perimeter, 84 steal, 86 three ball, but not quite what you'd expect from a Shane Battier card still. A little bit lower on the perimeter still. You'd expect those to be in the 90s. 70 interior, not ideal. He's not fast. He is a good slasher, and his jumper is okay, but I wouldn't say it's spectacular. He does have offset shot. Defensively, he is still very solid. Good gold badges, 6'8" shooting guard, like a well-rounded card. But I will say that in my personal opinion, this card is certainly a bit more underwhelming than I expected him to be when I first saw that he was coming out. I thought he'd be a little bit better than he actually is. He's not bad at all, and he's still got a pretty good spot on this list, but I expected this card to be like a top 2 or 3 player on this list when he was first announced. Moving on to number 5 is a card who is actually very good besides one thing, which is Jim Paxson. His jumper sucks. It's not a good shot. But he's 6'6", the point guard position for less than 50,000 MT, and he's a good dunker, and he's a decent defender. 70 interior, 89 perimeter, 84 steal, good defensive badges, 85 driving, 86 three ball, 78 speed. Obviously is not ideal. Oh wait, no, this is what? Why am I still looking at Battier? Whoops. Hold on. I was very confused for a second. I was like, I didn't realize he was that complete. I think I clicked on the wrong one accidentally. Come on, computer. This is really getting on my nerves, y'all. I'm really gonna have to buy a new computer. 89 speed, 84 three ball, 80 driving dunk, 70 interior, 86 perimeter, 84 steal. There we go. Not quite as good as Shane Battier defensively, but not bad at all on the perimeter. Same interior as well. He's 6'6". He's got 80 driving. He's got 84 3. He's got 89 speed. So he's got really good size at the point guard spot. This card's actually really, really solid. He just doesn't have a good jump shot at all. That's the only thing about this Jim Paxson that I go, oh yeah, this card's not very good though, is that his shot is pretty ugly. Default swing upper's not bad, but that Rodney Magruder base is not great. So that holds him back a bit, but he is 6'6" a PG and capable defensively, so he's still a very solid card. Number 4, Rick Fox. If you like 3-and-D wings, Rick Fox is a good one. 86 speed, 88 3, 85 driving, awesome defense, really well-rounded badges as well for an Amethyst. This card is really, really nice. Now, I think his jumper's a little overrated. Some people really like it. I personally don't love it, but he is still a very good shooting guard at 6'7" with absolutely awesome stats and badges. Now, he has no SIGs whatsoever. And I think that does hold him back a little bit, but I still think he's one of the better Amethysts in the game, and he's one of the better cards in this list as well. Gets himself at the number 4 spot on this list. Moving on to the number 3 spot, again, once my computer eventually decides to load. Thank you, here we go. Anthony Parker. This card, really a stud. I found this card this morning, just searching for cards under 50K, and I was like, oh wait, I want to see what he looked like. This card's really good. Y'all are gonna be impressed by this one. 6'6", 6'10" wingspan. He's 86 speed, 93 ball, 85 driving, 78 interior, 86 perimeter, 84 steal. Like, pretty good interior, good speed, good shooter, good dunker. Well-rounded. Badge-wise, already has good D badges. Now, could use handles for days added, but has great shooting badges, has posterizer. And then, I mean, you basically, if you add handles for days, unpluckable, interceptor, paint patroller, and I guess like brick wall or something, you pretty much have every important badge in the game on this card. He comes with 20 base badges, and they're all good ones, basically. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the same shot he had last year. And if it is a really, really good jump shot. Now, I have not, as of yet, used this card this year, so I'm not 100% sure that his jumper is as good as I think it is, but if it's anything like last year, he is going to be one of the better shooting guards you can get, especially for this price point. With the defensive versatility that he has and the completeness badge-wise, I really do think this card's going to be a very solid card. So Anthony Parker is a guy that I'm excited to try. I'm actually going to potentially do a gameplay on him even because he's really cheap, and I think he is very, very good. 36K. I bought him earlier. I was like, wow, that's a really good price for that card, assuming his jumper's as good as I think it is anyway. Now, if its jumper winds up sucking, that's going to be disappointing, but oh well. Diamond Paul Westphal is the only diamond on this list. He's number 2, 6'4" with a 6'7" wingspan. He's not quite the defender that Derek Harper is, but offensively he is better. His jumper is better. He is a solid enough slasher. He's like a better Derek Harper. He has a very good jump shot. He has a little bit of movement. He's got normal fade with a good upper, or a solid upper anyway with Millsap. Like, this card gives you the ability to actually do a little bit of scoring compared to a guy like Derek Harper. He gives you more offensive ability with his jumper and his fade as well. And I think defensively he's still absolutely hold his own as well, especially as a 6'4" PG. Again, a really nice starter option at the point guard spot if you're looking for somebody who's going to give you defense, who's going to score the ball, and being able to get him for sub 50K as a diamond is super duper nice, and I think he's a good one as well. He's like a better version of Derek Harper. Now, to be fair, I almost think I don't know, man. This list is tough. These lists are tough to put together because they are close together. Like, I don't know if the gap between number 1 and number 8 or 9 is that big, you know what I mean? Nas Reed's really solid card, but is he that much better than these other guys? I don't know. I will say 2K's done a good job of balance this year. A lot of similar level cards, but I don't know. They could be more budget cards. 6'9" with 7'3" wingspan, 85'3", 80 driving and standing, 83 interior, 88 block, 79 speed. Having a great jumper, good athleticism, and legitimately solid defense is pretty darn nice. 88 vert, 90 strength, 95 stamina as well. Half set shot, really good jumper, solid enough finisher. Nas Reed's a really nice card, and I think he is, especially if you add a couple of the badges that he needs to him, he is really, really great. I love his shot. That's the biggest thing to me where I go, really like this card a lot. And again, I don't think any of these cards, to be totally fair, are absolute game changers who are like best card in the game type cards. They're very good options. They're versatile. They're well-rounded. You got a lot of good defensive cards here. You got guys who can kind of fill any role and play any position. And for somebody who's a little newer to the game mode, looking for guys who can compete, hopefully this list gives you a lot of guys to consider. So with that being said, it's going to do it for the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.